Welcome to our reading for mid-February 2018. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all psychic. We're all children of God. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future. It could be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. If you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the songs, in the lyrics, or just enjoy the music. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi there. Welcome to our reading for mid-February 2018. Let's begin. Let's get some clarity on the energies coming through mid-month. We're going to start the reading with the Energy Oracle cards. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. We'll start with one card, get some general advice and wisdom for mid-February 2018. And the door to romance is coming through. So number 33, this card is appropriate. It's Valentine's Day season, so maybe some of you are thinking about romance, matters of the heart, communication, relationships. I was actually wondering if I should use the Romance Angels card in this reading, so I guess this is my answer, and we'll pull a card from the Romance Angels next. So door to romance is coming through, romantic energy. This could be for you. A nice bubble bath, some candles, some fancy romantic music that makes you feel good. It's feeling good in your own skin. Putting on a sexy dress, putting on your fancy pants, and feeling good about you. Opening that door to romance. Seeing where those doors are open for you. Which doors are open? Which relationships are receptive, giving, receiving kind of energy, an open, free energy, free will as well. So this is not pushing a certain situation to be something, it's allowing it to unfold naturally. So see where that natural energy comes into your world. It could be a new romantic partner in some cases for some of you. For others, it's a chance to rekindle that flame, that fire in your relationship. For others, it's just feeling good in your own skin, wearing your own shoes, doing your thing, doing you, feeling sexy, you know, being yourself, being authentic, being unique, being different. So let's go to the Romance Angels. Let's get clarity on number 33, also a master number. It makes me think of the Lovers, number 6. So making good decisions, heartfelt decisions. I just thought of wearing your heart on your sleeve, and then I got tongue-tied. So maybe it's hard to speak up in a certain matter, communication coming through. Maybe there's new communication coming through. Something that was shut down before is coming back. It also makes me think of letting something go. And if it comes back to you, it was meant to be. It was right timing. So I just thought of going to a restaurant and placing an order and then running into the kitchen to see if it's ready. So maybe you just need to be patient with something, wait for it to be prepared for you before you rush on into that situation. Wait for something to come to you, for a door to open for you. Maybe it's you opening the door for somebody else as well. Opening up your heart a little bit. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be a good, solid, strong, important relationship in your world that has a new chance, a new level to that relationship. So let's move along. We'll go to the romance angels. Now, when it comes to romance, love, relationships, matters of the heart, there are so many different situations and scenarios that we are all going through. So see how it resonates with you. Let's start with one card, see what comes through. Advice for mid-February 2018. Let's get some clarity on romance, communication, matters of the heart, and relationships. One card to help us out. I also, I'm looking at this card and I noticed the bird cage. So something locked away, feeling trapped, and there's a key somewhere. There's the right way to approach a conversation. There's the right way to approach a particular relationship. Opening up the cage, where you felt trapped before is going to feel free. Let's get another card. Clarity on door to romance. Worth waiting for is coming through. So, all right, so that order was placed. You know what you want, sort of. Maybe it's making a decision. I just thought of looking at the menu and having a tough time deciding what you want. So maybe just start. Maybe make that order, place that order, and then allow it to be prepared for you. Allow something to grow. Allow something to be ready for you. So there's a patience with this card. There's a waiting, energy coming through. It might not be on your timing. It might be on somebody else's timing. It might be divine timing, the right place at the right time, speaking to the right person coming through. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So this is when you can't always see what's going on, but behind closed doors, there's something happening for you. The right thing is going to come through. It might be unexpected. It might be what you expected, but be open to whatever it is that feels right when you're there. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel, oh, I just thought of a really weird song. It's an old song by Sonique. That's what makes me feel high. That just made me think of Toni Braxton, You're Making Me High. So I'll put both of those below. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So don't try to force those doors to open if they're not ready. Allow someone else to make their own decision, and perhaps you just need to decide what's good for you now, what you can do. See things as they are. See your surroundings as they are right now, and allow new things to come through. So perhaps clear your space if you have some time. Take care of something that you have to take care of first. I'm getting clearing space, so making room for something new to come through. So that's sweeping away some old energy. That could be old things that you were clinging on to, old ways of doing something, old ways of handling a certain relationship. Maybe it's time to have awareness of what didn't work in the past and use that as a strength so you can grow with your relationships in the future, or a particular relationship. So don't latch on to things that didn't work in the past or in old relationships or in that same relationships. Just bring a new energy into that situation. Take the solid structure, the solid lessons that you learned from what you went through to move forward. To move forward without, like I'm getting spreading your wings, like you were trapped before, and it's time to fly away from a certain situation, fly where it's free. Let's get another card. Let's get clarity on worth waiting for. And number 33, door to romance. We're going to go to the Steampunk Tarot. Let's get clarity for mid-February 2018. Clarity on door to romance. Maybe changing your look. Feeling good in your shoes, in your clothes. Putting on something that you feel yourself in, feel comfortable in, whatever that is. I'm getting that it's your own unique energy, your own unique personality, your own unique talents and interests that are important, that are a particular flair. I just thought of Peacock by Katy Perry. That was a weird one. I'll put that below in the playlist. Let's get another card, clarity for worth waiting for. Maybe something is coming through this month. Maybe it's in 2 months. Maybe it's in a few months. Maybe it's next year. But take the time you have now to prepare yourself to feel good in your own shoes. Independent energy, you know, not relying on somebody else to make you happy. Starting with what makes you happy yourself. Maybe it's getting involved in a group, signing up for something that you've wanted to try. I don't know why I just thought of a hot air balloon. That was really weird. So maybe flying above a situation, a gentle approach to a situation, seeing the bigger picture, maybe getting out of town, maybe taking a trip, going on vacation. Maybe you're making plans now for something that comes through later. Visiting friends, family. I just thought of a wedding, so maybe you're going somewhere later and you're starting to make plans now. Maybe you're excited about something to happen, but it's not ready yet. So, I just thought of absence makes the heart grow fonder. So take that absence, whatever it is, and make it abundant. Make your surroundings abundant with what you can do in that time, in that absence, in that lull. All right, let's get another card. Let's get clarity. Vincenzo's making funny noises for you guys. All right, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Maybe you'll understand it later, maybe you won't. But when you're in that position that feels right, like you should be there, in that relationship, in that conversation, it'll feel right. It'll feel like it's a blessing coming through. So let's get another card, clarity for mid-February. I saw the hot air balloon. That looks like a hot air balloon. That's pretty cool. That was so cool. All right, this is, I can't believe that card came through. All right, so the Six of Swords is learning to navigate your ship. It could be a trip. This could be taking a trip. I usually see it as going across water, a lake, a river, but here you're in a hot air balloon with some propellers. So you're going somewhere fast. The Six of Swords is smooth sailing ahead. It could be another storm a-brewing and coming, but at least this time you know how to navigate your boat. You know how to navigate that storm better because you've been in a storm just like that in the past. So you do it different. So this card comes through when there were lessons from the past that you now are aware of and you know how to get through them for the future. I hope that made sense. So it usually means there was a storm, there was some weather, there was some something where you had to go through something to learn, to gain perspective, to gain knowledge, to gain strength. Let's see, with this card, I'm getting taking a trip. There's also all of these swords and a lightning bolt on the hot air balloon here. So clarity of thought, clarity of communication, perhaps saying yes, saying no. Sometimes not saying anything is making a decision. So this could be making a decision, deciding to do something, to put those plans in order, There's a lot of action in this card. There's also help here. So there could be good advice coming through. Perhaps you're helping somebody else navigate their situation, their relationship, their boat, their transportation, or somebody else is coming through helping you navigate yours. You know, like a driver in training or learning a stick shift. You have somebody else with you in the beginning so you can learn something new, but eventually it's going to feel natural and you're good on your own, and then it's just you and your mode of transportation, your way of getting through something, your way of handling something. So, smoother waters ahead, getting through any new storms that come through with ease. Defying gravity. I just thought of that song, Gravity. I'll put that below. I also hear like full speed ahead. So maybe you're hitting go. Maybe there was procrastination energy before, hesitation on a decision or how to go about doing something. And now it's just stepping on the gas and moving forward through that situation. Perhaps taking yourself out of a certain situation, getting out of Dodge, taking yourself out of the ruckus, out of the mess, out of where you were tied down, and going where the roads are clear. We had some snow outside today, and I think we were just plowed out a little bit ago. So maybe you were stuck in a certain situation or stuck in a relationship, stuck in a certain place in your world, and the roads are now clear. Now you have the map. Now you have the GPS. Now the signal is going through and it's working and you're ready to make a move. Or somebody else is coming through. I just thought of Rescue Me. There's a lot of songs coming through. I'll put that one below. Let's get clarity on the Six of Swords, moving forward, getting through the storm, navigating your situation, seeing the bigger picture, rising above the situation. I just thought of another song. Jackie, I'm tongue-tied. I'll put it below. Like Lift Me Higher, Take Me Higher. It's the song that was in one of the Ghostbusters movies at the end when they're in the Statue of Liberty. So I'll find it. I'll put it below. Let's get another card. Clarity on the Six of Swords. Divine timing. You know, perhaps you went through that storm for a reason. To lay it all out on the table, to get things out. Maybe there were things that you were keeping in and they needed to be heard. They needed to be said. Let's get clarity on 33, Door to Romance, Worth Waiting For, Divine Timing, and the Six of Swords. The Eight of Ariel is coming through. So hard work, doing some research, going to the library, doing a Google search, getting more information. I see this card as the Apprentice card. So it's putting a lot of energy into something. This could be at work. This could be a lot of energy even in a relationship, something like that, somewhere in your world where you feel like you're giving a lot of yourself, a lot of your energy, but in the end, it's worth it. It's the apprentice doing all that work, but getting a lot of study, getting a lot of time in to perfect your skills, to perfect your talents. It's the practice card. Practice doesn't always make perfect, but it makes it better. It makes you more comfortable. It makes it more natural. So every time you do this thing, you get a little better. You get a little better every time. You become a little bit more in tune, more of yourself. Take great pride in excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So maybe you're going back to school. It could even be a teaching energy, but I'm getting a study, a studious bookworm kind of energy with this card. So something that has great interest to you, that you want to know more about. I'm getting planning a trip. That's coming through big. So maybe you're going somewhere. Maybe it's in the town over, a different country. somewhere new. Maybe you're going to the same destination, but a different way. You're rerouting your trip so that you avoid traffic in the situation this time. So maybe you're going the back way. Maybe you're going through the back door, you know, the long way instead. I just thought of take the long way home. I'll put that below. Maybe there's something in a book around you. Maybe there's a book that you've been meaning to read, and now's the time where it's time to put your energy into a book where you can learn something really important to you. Perhaps somebody else is going to recommend a book. I'm getting like journal energy. So maybe you need to write your ideas down, take notes, keep a journal with you. When those good ideas come to you, when somebody else gives you a good idea, a tip, write it down so you don't forget it, and then pursue that energy. You know, make that phone call, make that connection, have that conversation, and make it work in your world. I'm also getting schedule, rearranging your time so you have more energy to put into something else. So it could be just a relaxing energy, some calm bubble bath, read a good book kind of energy, but that good book brings that good idea that comes later. You know, it might not be right away when you're reading something that you think of that idea or that thing you want to pursue, but it might lead you there later. I think of when you come up with things right before you fall asleep. Sometimes I remember dreams from weeks before, right before I go to sleep. So maybe it's dreams. Maybe you have dreams from the past that you never pursued. Now's the time to look into it. If something keeps coming back, popping up in your world, popping up in your head, that you should try something, do something, give something a go, perhaps, you know, reach out, get more information, see if it's possible. Great pride and excellent work. This is doing a really good job. It's also when others recognize the job you're doing. Sometimes I see this as moving forward in your career, being asked to have more responsibilities, which feel like more pressure in the beginning until you get natural in that new division, in that new job, with that new position. And then it becomes effortless. So I just thought of music too. Maybe it's you're a musician, or you're picking up a new instrument. Maybe it feels awkward in the beginning, but the more you do it, the more you pursue it, the better it feels. Feather. I see the feather, and I hear scribe. I'm not sure why. Maybe you need to write something down, clarity of thought, keeping notes. I hear due diligence too. So maybe read in between the lines before you sign something. Do research first before you jump into something. Find out everything you can first. All right, let's get another card. We're going to move along to the Winged Enchantment Oracle. Let's get clarity on the 8 of Ariel, the 6 of Swords, worth waiting for, and 33 door to romance. And the Pelican is coming through, number 27. I just thought of Standing on the Shore by Empire of the Sun when I looked at that. Also Skipping Stones by Amos Lee. I'll put both of those below. There's also another feather here. So maybe you need to write something down to, maybe you need to speak, but you need to write it down first to get your thoughts straight. Let's see. Number 20, so let you see that. Number 27, Pelican, is I am Pelican, the bridge of the head and the heart. I am careful observation. I am planning. There we go. So there's some planning involved mid-month. Not rushing into something. If you can help it, you know, take your time. If you have to be late, just be late. Do what you have to do first. Take care of necessities. I am the skills you need. So that's here, skills. Also here, some skills. The skills you need to reach your goal at hand. I am unfettered determination. I am the use of team dynamics. Your outlook is too heavy. Your viewpoint is too restricted. What you require is a greater adaptability. I am the release of expectation. I am the effortless flow of one thing to another. I am your need to let things unfold. So we're going back to that first thing with allowing that order to take place, allowing the cooks in the kitchen to prepare for you, those divine chefs to bring that thing into your world as it should be, when it's ready. I'm getting when it's plump and juicy. That made me think of Notorious. I'll put that below. You may have stepped in your own way. You may well be tripping over your own feet. Stay focused, but don't lose sight of the bigger picture. You will always find what you need. What you need will come to you when it's supposed to. You'll be at the right place at the right time, or you'll find when you're there, you're able to handle that situation because of that other thing, that other situation you went through. So it makes sense later. You are positive and productive. That's definitely this card. Positive and productive. Just keep at it. Keep going. You know, sometimes we have to try something a bunch of different times before it actually works. So perhaps if you're pushing something too hard, walk away temporarily until the energy changes in that situation, till your energy changes to go back to the situation, and then try again. You are positive and productive. You are effortless acquisition. You are abundant in resources. You are Pelican. That's a cool reading. So the resources you need will be available to you when you need them. So trust that. Don't push something too hard. Take your time. I'm getting the right people in your world as a support system too. So look around you and see where you do have support, where you can be the support for yourself. Be easy on yourself, be gentle on yourself. Release expectations, how you think something should be, why it should be this, whatever, just allow it to be and let yourself be in the moment, be in the now, and see how that allows things to unfold. All right, guys, I hope this reading was helpful for you. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.